it should be done in a broad daylight before this house, so that it allows other funding to be funded in this county, Mr. Speaker. I have seen from the report we are number 34 in the national in the county, Mr. Speaker, through this funding. So we don't want to lose this fund. If the CEC happens to fail or refuse to appear before this house, Mr. Speaker, I think the best thing is to summon, so that he allows the programs of National Value Chain Development Project to run. So you don't want to miss this funding, and we are requesting you, Mr. Speaker, of course, this one now will appear before this house. The CEC should appear before the whole house. That is as per the standing order of this house, Mr. Speaker, so that he comes and testify why is he refusing to provide the financial statement. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, from the report, Mr. Speaker, you've seen, from other words, even my word, Mr. Speaker, the committee or the SACCOs was to be funded 100%. I don't know what is happening. If the funding halfway, Mr. Speaker, for example, I've gotten in Kabilela at the SACCO, they are cutting around 450, of which they were promised around $1 million, Mr. Speaker. So my contribution goes this way, Mr. Speaker. We want this report to be taken seriously. Immediately, the approval from this house, let the people liable to appear before this house. So then I request members never allow this county to lose the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Fund project. Thank you, and I support the report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable B. Honorable Haron Rotich, followed by the Honorable Matthew Korir, the Vice Chair, Committee on Cooperatives.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, if there is one person who is actually disappointed, he is the Honorable Haron Rotich, MCS Retut, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've gone through the reports as the chairman was going through, and I want to make my own reservations, Mr. Speaker, that having seen there is a project in my ward, it's been written very clearly that it is Seretut FCS Limited. Mr. Speaker, I'm told the society has been promised a feed mixer which is yet to be delivered. Mr. Speaker, the raw materials was applied. I'm actually perturbed, Mr. Speaker, just to say this, that Seretut FCS, Mr. Speaker, is not even existing. Maybe I would want to understand first from the beginning, because the one that I know, Mr. Speaker, is the one that has a hatchery. So maybe, Chairman, maybe you should have said maybe Cheptoro Riet Cooperative, which to my attention again, if it is Cheptoro Riet in Seretut, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that I'm equally told, and I've been told today by the Chairman, that recently they received from the Chairman feeds. I don't know what, about 700, yet they were promised 2.1 million. So, Mr. Speaker, I think these things should actually be made clear. Because you see, Mr. Speaker, this is but show the report. I want to just to declare my reservation. This is showed because you see, we don't have the amount allocated per ward. How do you know it is how much? Was allocated? How much do you know? You know, just seeing only wards only running up and down, Mr. Speaker. I've never seen such a report. They maybe just to say to the chairman, maybe chairman, because if they were denied, Mr. Speaker, it is actually very painful for the committee to operate again. You see, could be chairman had actually requested, but we are told actually they were never given any information on the amount that they should have been allocated per ward. So definitely, you see now, Mr. Speaker, I think the county government of Kericho, Special Department of Agriculture, is actually trying to meddle up. And this is leaving us a mess, Mr. Speaker. Because you see, we've never seen a report that doesn't have any figures, Mr. Speaker. How are we going to ascertain? Because like in the morning, if I was not told by my people on the ground that they only supplied the other day about feeds of about 700 to Cheptoro and not Seretut FCS. You know, Mr. Speaker, I think I need more clarification, because for me, I don't know that they visited maybe Seretut or Cheptoro. I think could be a typo or something, because it's written Seretut FCS. Then lastly, Mr. Speaker, I'm told there is a cooperative in my ward that was supposed to be given 1 million. It is called Troiga in Kipsolo. As per the report, I want to concur with them that probably all SACCOs were never given the rightful share. Mr. Speaker, in my ward, for example, I want to use it as an example. Mr. Speaker, they only given a chair at a table, small table. Like the cooperative chair mentioned that there were substandard tables and chair. I want to agree with the chair, but then you see now, Mr. Speaker, the amount that were promised, only 110. I'm told 110 out of 1 million that were promised. So, Mr. Speaker, I think these people, the reason why we are in all this, Mr. Speaker, and I want to put it on record, is because they don't want to disclose the amount of money that they have used, the department has used. Mr. Speaker, I would want to put another recommendation, though I would want to amend, Mr. Speaker, going forward. We should actually ask right formally from Assembly that let them furnish the Assembly with the amount that they have used, probably per ward, and state exactly this project allocated this one, this project, this one, so that every MCA, Mr. Speaker, using the directive number one, Mr. Speaker, you give an order that you give an order to the Committee on Implementation to provide all these documents, because now the Committee on Agriculture is struggling, Mr. Speaker. They don't have figures, they can only write probably what they saw. So with those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I want to request your office to use order number one and request either the Committee on Implementation or ask direct to the county executive to provide per ward so as for MCS to confirm whether there is value for money. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Whip. I think your concerns are noted by the chair. He will try to respond if he, if he can, but then Whip, I am among this committee and I know the frustration that this committee went through. The county executive didn't cooperate. In fact, we had to go around the 30 wards in a single day. We sat as a committee, and but I will I'll give some directives later on. I want to give to Honorable Matthew, Matthew is the Vice Chair, Committee on Cooperative.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity, not as a Vice Chair, but also as an Honorable Member, representing great people of Chaik Ward, where we have a SACCO by the name Chaik SACCO that was formed in the onset of this NAF CBD program. And Mr. Speaker, I can confirm though that the chairman has not been able even to mention in one line or in two letters about Chaik Ward in the report, but I want to say, Mr. Speaker, my ward is among those wards that have not received any coin from the NAF CPD. And the other thing, Mr. Speaker, is that I'm happy that this report is being tabled today. Immediately after that, we tabled the report on ad hoc. Mr. Speaker, the mess that is in this NAF CBD, Mr. Speaker, is we tried yesterday to correct, Mr. Speaker, when we were recommending that the CEC in charge of Finance and Head of Treasury to not allow one lady by the name Betsy to be given any rights on departmental, Mr. Speaker, because she has messed this county in a big way, Mr. Speaker. And but today, before that we table this motion as well, Mr. Speaker, we have managed also to submit, and in preparation that we have to lift the crocodile to Senate, Mr. Speaker. Also, this mess of the NAF CBD, Mr. Speaker, it is a problem. There is a lot of misuse of funds, Mr. Speaker. I remember when we were launching for the 30 SACCOs and we declared during that event, Mr. Speaker, even in support of His Excellency the Governor, who was the chief guest, Mr. Speaker. We launched the 30 SACCOs and even launching the dump check, Mr. Speaker, worth 30 million, Mr. Speaker, and each ward to get 1 million. But until today, Mr. Speaker, I'm told some have received 110,000. So I don't know whether that 1 million change figures to 110 at some point. But on this, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the committee for managing even to get small information, because I know That is the department where when they are being invited to appear before the county assembly, Mr. Speaker, they are not even ready. But I don't think that they are not ready, Mr. Speaker, but their rudeness will make the crocodile also feel and dance the music as we move forward, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I support this report, and I want to wish each and every member that as we proceed for this recess, I know that we'll be going for further oversight, Mr. Speaker, outside the county assembly. But I want to request honorable members that be vigilant. What might happen to number of members I want just to wish that let's be vigilant going forward, Mr. Speaker, in the record of the 10 days that we have ahead of us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and may God bless Kericho County Assembly.
I thank you, Honorable Matthew Korir. Members, you've heard the concerns of the members that these are departments that did incorporate. There is no single document, especially on proof of payment, that was submitted to the committee, even after giving them 2 weeks, but there was no single document that was submitted. The last time I had the CEC, I think, was in a radio station trying to teach the county assembly how to do oversight. But his goose is cooked. We will have to invite him, as Honorable Whipper said, to appear before the county assembly and shed light on the same. Now we have the implementation committee also. I think they will also try to follow it up. Implementation committee is under the leadership of Honorable Moses Rotich, and I know he is a man who is up to the task. So we will probably give you around 2 weeks, so that not 2 weeks, probably 60 days to make sure that you follow it up. But then we will sit as leadership, and we will decide a way on how to deal with this NAPCBD once and for all. We will not allow our county to mismanage such donor funds, and is meant to assist the residents of this county. Next order, clerk. Or reply. I'm sorry, reply, chair. Privilege, chair, because of time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity you have given unto me. Mr. Speaker, I will take this privilege to thank the members for adopting this report on NAPCBD, and more so, or in equal measure, I want to thank the office of the Speaker for facilitating the members to go around to check whether the offices and whatever that was supposed to be given to the societies have been delivered. Thank you, and I want also to commend on the staff of this county assembly, especially the committee on agriculture. They did a great job to make sure that the report came or table at the right time. In case, Speaker, you get something small, you remember them for the work that they are doing and great service to our assembly. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair, for replying. Members, I now rise to put the question that this House adopts the report on the Joint Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife on the motion moved by the Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Projects in Kericho County. Members, as many as of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order, clerk.
Order number 9, motion by the chairman of implementation committee.
Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, considering the heavy task that has been ahead of us today. And also, secondly, the Speaker, the order paper had been sufficiently packed. Mr. Speaker.
So important to note that we are going for a short recess, so we may not get an opportunity in between, but if we get one, we will just reschedule during our usual House Business Committee meetings. Being no other business, this House stands adjourned until the 9th day of September 2025. But then, please note that we will have special sitting in between. You know, we have a motion that was moved by the Honorable Kiprotich Rogony. So we will communicate, of course, you know, through the National Gazette, a date and time when we will meet to dispense off with that matter within the next 21 days as per our standing orders. Thank you. 6th August 2025. And order, honorable members, order. And we shall proceed with the order of business this afternoon. Clerk, order number 1.
Order number 1, administration of vote.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, before we continue, let me acknowledge the presence of the fourth estate, that is our media, as well as the members of the public who are in gallery, those who are following us. You are most welcome as we proceed with our afternoon sitting. On behalf of the County Assembly and myself, you are most welcome. Honorable members, I have a communication to make. This is communication from the chair. Honorable members, I hereby give the following notice. Notice to show cause for failure to attend 8 consecutive sittings of the County Assembly. Honorable members, the records of the County Assembly indicate that the following honorable members have failed to attend 8 consecutive sittings of the Assembly during the current session without written permission of the Speaker, contrary to provision of Article 194(1)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. 1. The Honorable Noela Opile. 2. Honorable Winnie Langat. 3. Honorable Isaac Metker. 4. Honorable Dominic Mutahi. And 5. Honorable Bavina Serem. Honorable members, the said constitutional provision states the office of a member of a county assembly becomes vacant if during any session of the assembly the member is absent from 8 sittings without permission in writing of the Speaker of the assembly and is unable to have a satisfactory explanation to the relevant committee of the assembly. Honorable members, in view of the above, the said members are hereby required to show cause in writing within 7 days from the date of this communication why their seats should not be declared vacant pursuant to the cited provisions. Honorable members, kindly direct your written explanation to the office of the Speaker and copy the same to the Committee on Powers and Privileges, which will consider your submission and make appropriate recommendations. Honorable members, to those who are affected, failure to respond within the stipulated time will lead to further action as guided by the Constitution and the standing orders of this Assembly. Signed by myself, Right Honorable Dr. Patrick Mutahi, Speaker of the County Assembly of Kericho. I hope the members that I have mentioned are here. If not here, clerk, you are directed to ensure that they receive this communication before the close of business. This, that is today being 6th August 2025. Honorable Noela Opile, Honorable Winnie Langat, Honorable Isaac Metker, Honorable Dominic Mutahi, Honorable Bavina Serem. Clerk, next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next.
Order number 5, papers.
Next.
Order number 6, notices of motion by Honorable Kiprotich Rogon.
Honorable Kiprotich Rogon, honorable members, before Honorable Kiprotich proceeds, I know you have already received your order paper of this afternoon, and there is a notice of motion by Honorable Kiproti Chirogony, the member of County Assembly, the member of the County Assembly representing the people of Sigawit Ward, to give notice to the motion for impeachment of His Excellency Honorable Erick, the Governor of Kericho County. Honorable members, as you are aware, the standing orders are very clear that when there is such a motion of removal from office by impeachment, the motion supersedes the other motion. And that is why we are giving the Honorable Kiproti Chirogony time so that he can move his motion as per the standing orders. Proceed to give notice. Honorable Kiproti Chirogony.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to give notice of motion. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I beg, with the support of the members of the County Assembly of Kericho, the County Assembly, whose names and signatures I have annexed here too, as Annexure 1, to move the motion for impeachment of His Excellency Honorable Erick Mutahi, the Governor of Kericho County, for number 1, gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya; Roman number 2, gross violation of various national and county laws; Roman number 3, serious reasons for believing that the governor has committed crimes under national law; Roman number 4, abuse of office; and Roman number 5, gross misconduct. Mr. Speaker, sir, the specific grounds of the motion are organized thematically as Roman number 1 outlined below, and Roman number 2 elaborated in the ensuing pages of this motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, the evidence in support of the motion is set out in number 1, my affidavit in support of the motion duly sworn in on 5th of August 2023, Roman number 2, 2025. Roman number 2, the exhibits annexed to my affidavit in support of the motion. Roman number 3, the witness statements and affidavits to be presented at the hearing of this motion. Further, the affidavit presented herewith verifies the accuracy and reliability of the exhibits to the motion. Mr. Speaker, whereas number 1, Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, herein the Constitution restates the supremacy of the Constitution as the supreme law of the Republic and binds all persons and the state organs at both levels of governments. Number 2, Article 10 of the Constitution, Section 3 and 16 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, and Section 9, Section 10, and Section 12 of the Public Officer Ethics Act 2003 establish, among others, the rule of law, democracy, human dignity, courtesy, respect, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, human rights, probity, professionalism, non-discrimination, protection of the marginalized, good governance, transparency, and accountability as part of the national values and principles of governance. And number 3, Articles 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution requires the state officers at all times, whether in public or private life, to behave in a manner that inter alia, number 1, brings honor to the nation and dignity of the office that a state officer holds. Roman number 2, portrays selfless service based solely on the public interest, demonstrated by honesty in execution of public duties and declaration of any personal interest that may conflict with public interest. Roman number 3, ensures decisions made by the state officer are not influenced by nepotism, favorism, and improper motives. Demonstrate discipline and commitment in service to the people. And Roman number 4, avoid demeaning the office of the state officer holds. Established the county revenue fund and clearly stipulates that money shall not be withdrawn from the revenue fund unless the controller of budget has approved. Number 10.
Order.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Procedural, do you require some water so that you...
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I need some water right here.
Because you have jumped from page number 3 to number 10.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Whoever was doing this,
and they answered.
I realized they made a mistake.
So therefore, I direct that you start with number 4, and the answered, of course, to note that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for guidance, and sorry for the mishap. Number 4, by dint of Section 11 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, enjoins the governor as the state officer to treat members of the public and other public officer with courtesy and respect. And further, by dint of Section 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, the governor, being a state officer, is precluded from bullying any person by engaging in a behavior that is vindictive, cruel, malicious, humiliating, and is intended to undermine a person. Number 5, Article 73 2D and E of the Constitution provides for the accountability of a state officer to the public for all decisions made in exercise of the powers of the office they hold, and that accountability is a critical principle of leadership and integrity. Number 6, Articles 10, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution, and Sections 59, 59A, 60, 62, 63, 64, and 65 of the County Governments Act 2012 provides for the values and principles of public service, and establish an elaborate framework for establishment of county public offices and the recruitment, employment, and dismissal of county public officers. Number 7, Article 79(4) of the Constitution reaffirms the governor's position as the chief executive of the county. Hence, the Constitution and the law vests a responsibility for decision making and ensuring the well-being of the county on the governor. This is a strong expression of the county governor's commitment and expectation to provide effective leadership, strategic vision, and direction to the county in ensuring efficient and prudent use of public resources for the good of the county. Number 8, Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 74 of Standing Orders of the County Assembly of Kericho provides for the impeachment of the governor on grounds of gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of other written laws, where there are serious reasons for believing that the county governor has committed a crime under national or international law, gross misconduct, and abuse of office. Number 9, Article 201, 205, and 207 of the Constitution forms a constitutional basis that guide the counties in raising and utilizing public finances. In particular, Article 207 established the County Revenue Fund and clearly stipulates that money shall not be withdrawn from the Revenue Fund unless the Controller of Budget has approved. Number 10, Section 33 of the County Governments Act obligates the governor to provide leadership in county governance be accountable for management and use of county resources, and to promote, amongst others, good governance and competitiveness of the county. Number 11, the governor has in various instances failed to take charge and rein on the rot, corruption, and unethical practices in the county. Instead, the governor has deliberately aided, abetted, condoned, and encouraged the misuse, misappropriation, misallocation, wanton theft, and pilferage of county finances. Number 12, the governor has in multiple occasions directly and indirectly engaged in acts and conduct which severally and collectively constitutes a gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of other written laws, gross misconduct and abuse of office. Number 13, by his acts and conduct, the governor has exposed the office of the governor, the assembly, and the people of Kericho to ridicule, embarrassment, shame, and disrepute. Number 14, the conduct of the governor has been scandalous and embarrassing to the high office of the county governor, an office held in public trust and whose authority ought to be exercised in a manner consistent with the purpose and objects of the Constitution. Number 15, the conduct of the governor has made it impossible for the county to be governed as it ought to be, compromised service delivery, jeopardized the functions of both arms of government, county government of Kericho, and it has therefore become untenable for the governor to continue being in office. Number 16, the governor has variously committed constitutional wrongs that subvert the structure of government and undermine the integrity of the office and even the constitutional itself. The significant effects of the conduct that is undermining the integrity of office, disregard of constitutional duties, and oath of office, arrogation of power, and abuse of the governmental process has had an adverse impact on the running and administration of the county government of Kericho County Government. And number 17, the governor's continued stay in office has and will continue to undermine effective service delivery to the detriment of the people of Kericho County, in whose trust the governor holds the office. Mr. Speaker, the Assembly resolved to impeach the governor under Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act, and Standing Order number 74 of the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders on the following grounds: A, gross misconduct, a gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. Gross violation of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the Public Finance and Asset Disposal Act, the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and the Kericho County laws. Number 1, misappropriation, misallocation of county finances. Mr. Speaker, sir, on various occasions since his election as a governor and subsequent assumption of office, the governor has engaged in various acts of gross violation of Article 10, 183, and 201 of the Constitution, Section 102 and 109 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, and the provisions of the Kericho County Rating Act number 5 of 2019 as follows. Number 1, fictitious payment of works, goods, and services. Number 1, between January 2025 and July 2025, the governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012. The governor aided, abetted, and or condoned the fictitious payments of goods and services and works which were neither delivered nor done, occasioning the county the loss of Kenya shillings 85,704,522.90 in number A, services which were not rendered and or partially done, e.g. the maintenance of 15 residential houses in Kipkelion West Sub-County at a cost of 2.999 million. Number B, goods delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower cake.
You read properly the Honorable.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Goods not delivered including soya beans, maize jam, sunflower seed cake, and cotton seed cake alleged to have been supplied for Kenya shillings 14,980,640. Number C, overpriced goods including sodas alleged to have been bought for about Kenya shillings 500 shillings per 300 milliliters bottle, and a bale of tissue alleged to have been bought for Kenya shillings 2,750 per bale of 10 tissue papers, and a hand towel priced at Kenya shillings 3,600. Number D, works, goods and services alleged to have been procured for Kenya shillings 5,172,715.60 from companies including Mengro Products Limited, Hildama Construction and Supplies Limited, Brisa Construction and Supplies Limited, Prospera Ventures Limited, and IBM Pro Construction Limited without any supporting documents. And number E, payment of contractors from the retention account for the works done more than 5 years ago, some of which companies had already been paid and therefore misappropriating county funds through DAPO payments. Number 2, some of the goods, services and works were procured without following the procurement process. No tender opening committees were formed contrary to Section 78 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 as read together with Regulation number 25 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Similarly, there were no professional opinions done to the accounting officers contrary to Section 84 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 3, there was deliberate circumvention of competitive tendering of the same goods, services and works by splitting contracts to suit the request for quotation method, thus violating Section 54 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 as read together with Regulation 43 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. Number 4, most of the goods, services and works were procured outside the approved budget as required under Section 44(2)(a) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 5, the documents used by the departments were not clear and did not bear references to the procurement requirement, provision of dates, especially invoices generated, and signatures of the respective officers. There was therefore blatant violation of the provision of Regulation 68 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulations 2020. Number 6, no market survey was concluded as required under regulation. Pardon? Okay, no market survey was conducted as required under Regulation 43(4) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Regulation 2020. The contractors therefore supplied goods with exorbitant prices contrary to Section 54(2) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 7, all of the subject goods, services and works were paid for in advance, yet the county has accumulated pending bills over the last 3 years of Kenya shillings 1.1 billion, which have been verified and are yet to be paid from the time the governor assumed office. Number 8, the report of the ad hoc committee of the alleged fictitious payments tabled before the assembly on 5th of August 2025 made pertinent and damning findings and recommendations that point to the deliberate failure to act, neglect of duty, and even conspiracy on the part of the governor, to wit, number A, documents shared with the ad hoc committee by the departmental heads called to testify were not accompanied by E-team's invoice. This lends credence to the suspicion that the documents may have been prepared to cover up the theft after the whistle was blown. Number B, the payments were made in advance before goods, services, and works were delivered or done. And as at the date of tabling of the report, some of those goods, services, and works remained undelivered to date. Number C, documents that were used to process payments bore signatures that could not be authenticated. Subsequently, certain officers whose signatures appear in the said documents have denounced the documents. Number D, the gaps highlighted in the report point to serious governance concerns and weak internal controls in Kericho County that the appointing authority, that is the governor, policy makers, accounting officers, and indeed all the officers entrusted to deliver services to the county have failed to do so as required by law. Number E, there was an intention to defraud the county and violations of the Constitution 2010, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Governments Act 2012, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the Powers and Privileges County Assemblies Act, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. Number 9, under Article 179 of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Government Act 2012, the governor has the overall responsibility of being accountable to the management and use of county resources. Number 10, it is a matter of public notoriety that when the whistle was blown on these fictitious payments, the governor on 26th of July 2025, while attending a function at Kamolok village in Cheboinwad, rubbished the claims and called for stern action against the whistleblower. This shows someone who is either unaware of the happenings in the county or was deeply involved in the scandal. Number 2, misappropriation of National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP funds. Mr. Speaker, number 11, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated the provisions of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution and Sections 48 and 159 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 by aiding, abetting, condoning, and or overseeing the massive looting, pilferage, misappropriation, and misallocation of NAFCDP funds amounting to over Kenya shillings 351 million as at 10th June 2025. Number 12, from the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperative Management, Tourism, and Wildlife on the implementation status of the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP, in Kericho, tabled in the County Assembly on 6th August 2025, the County Assembly noted the following discrepancies in the use of the fund. Number A, the expenditure was used for farmers' cooperative societies, farmer producer organizations, found only in 19 out of 30 wards in Kericho. This implies that the funds that were meant for the agripreneurs, whose role was to enumerate farmers and organize them into SACCOs, was not adequately utilized. Number B, each ward SACCO was meant to get Kenya shillings 1 million, yet the committee found out of the 19 SACCOs under the program, only 7, underlined, have ever received financial support since the inception of the fund. Number C, it is further indicated in the report that some SACCO received nominal support in kind in form of office furniture and some farm inputs, while others have never received any support from the fund. Number D, even those SACCOs and farmer producer organizations which received support in kind did not receive delivery notes when the furniture, computers, and other supplies were delivered, and they cannot therefore ascertain the price, source, and therefore quality of what was supplied. Number E, procurement of furniture and equipment under NAFCDP program was conducted centrally with minimal involvement of key stakeholders. This does not undermine the principle. This does not only undermine the principle of transparency in procurement, decision making, and lack of ownership, but also created room for pilferage and misappropriation of the fund. Number 13, the office furniture and equipment supplied under NAFCDP program are largely substandard quality. There was therefore no value for money, and compliance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, particularly Section 124, which obligates the procuring entity to select quality and costs-based selection QCBS method as the preferred method to be used to evaluate proposals. Number 14, the manner in which the few projects which were implemented were done show that they were done without following the project implementation manual published by World Bank to guide the implementation of the projects. Number 15, again, the governor shied in overall responsibility under Article 179(4) of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 to be accountable for the management and use of county resources. Number 16, there is evidence that the governor has been ordering withdrawals from the fund for reasons other than those for which the fund was created by the donor. Evidence of this shall be availed at the hearing and the consideration of this motion. The mover will as well be asking the Assembly to issue an order under Article 195(2)(d) of the Constitution and Section 27(1)(c) and 2 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, compelling the relevant banks where the funds were drawn from to furnish this House with the bank statements showing the withdrawals of the funds from 2023 to date. Let me take a sip, Mr. Speaker.
All right. Allow Honorable Robert.
Thank you. Charge number 3, misappropriation of funds and unfair distribution of projects funds under the Financing Locally Led Climate Action, that is FLOCA fund. Mr. Speaker, number 17, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated provisions of Article 10, 179, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 33F of the County Government Act 2012 by presiding over unfair, skewed, and nepotic distribution of FLOCA projects, distribution of projects under FLOCA funds, imprudent use, misappropriation, and misallocation of FLOCA funds as follows. Number A, skewed and unfair distribution of projects under the fund with the governor's home ward, that is Chemosot ward, alone getting projects worth 21,701,590, while there are many other wards, not only in other sub-counties, but even in Bureti sub-county, which have received not a single project under the fund. That is interesting, Mr. Speaker. This nepotically skewed distribution of projects under the fund violates the national values and principles of governance and Article 10 of the Constitution, and in particular, the value of equity, non-discrimination, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. The principles of public finance under Chapter 12 of the Constitution, as well as the provisions of Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act, which enjoins the governor to ensure fiscal responsibility and adherence to the values and principles of the Constitution in the management of the county funds. Mr. Speaker, there are two words in Bureti, that is Litain and Cheblanget. They never got a single coin through the flock. And I wonder whether the members will be supporting or joining Raia. Number B, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry and Natural Resources, in the report of the implementation status of local programs, noted that some projects under the fund, Mr. Speaker, I think they should be consulting in low tones.
All right, let's, honorable members, order, members, let's proceed.
Or else I'll be distracted. So, Mr. Speaker, the Joint Committee on Water and Sanitation and Environment, Energy, Forestry and Natural Resources, in their report on the implementation status of FLOCA programs, noted that some projects under the fund, namely Chemamul Water Project in Kabianga Ward, Water and Environment Project in Serete Cheptororiet Ward, Toroch Tany Cooperative Society in Milk Cooling Plant in Caps House, Soliat Tree Nursery Establishment Project in Soliat Ward, and Donyo Mare Borehole Water Project and Lelaitich Water Project in Soin Ward are marked 100% complete, yet there are either defects in the works, incomplete and substandard works. Mr. Speaker, number 18, as a result of this unfair distribution of projects, wards like Cheblanget, Litain, Chaik, Kipchebor, Kunyak, I even forgot, Mr. Speaker, to add Kamasian
and you have also
and Chilchila,
yes,
did not even get a single project in all the categories under the fund, namely environment, agriculture, and water. And Mr. Speaker, just to clarify, through this fund, each ward was supposed to get one project in any of the three. And in the next financial year, they get another project in any of the three. And the last financial year, if you got water this time around, you get environment next time. And lastly, agriculture. That is not the case, Mr. Speaker. In some wards, all the three projects were implemented, which is complete violation of the law. Number 4, misappropriation of county funds under Equalizer Kazim Tani initiative. Mr. Speaker, this is where I was the vice chair and Honorable Paul B. was the chairman. Number 19, on or about August 2023, Mr. Speaker, let me, it's a typo, we will correct it. It was on 14th of February 2023 when the project was launched. The governor engaged in gross violation of Articles 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Section 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 by launching a program dubbed Equalizer Kazi Mtaani Initiative and drawing county funds towards the initiative without a legislation to anchor the initiative, public participation, prior approval of the county assembly and control of budget, and prior approval of the budget and appropriation committee approval. Number 20, under the fund, a total of Kenya shillings 39 million were paid out without proper tendering, local service orders, and the services which were not delivered. And Mr. Speaker, there was even a funny scenario in Cap's House where a contractor claimed a pending bill of 2.7 million. When we reached out to her, she did not know where she worked. Mr. Speaker, these are the people who never worked, but they were paid. Number 21, the County Assembly's report on the ad hoc committee on Kazi Mtaani project pointed out various violations of the Constitution and the law in the rolling out and implementation of the initiative. However, the governor deliberately disregarded the report and it has hitherto not been implemented. Number 22, the deliberate failure, omission, and unwillingness to implement the report of the County Assembly on Equalizer Kazi Mtaani initiative undermines devolution, the doctrine of separation of powers, and is therefore antithetical to the values and the principles of governance under Article 10 of the Constitution, the objects of devolution under Article 174 of the Constitution. Roman number 5, Mr. Speaker, misappropriation of funds under strategic intervention projects, that is the SIs, implemented by the Department of Finance, that is economic planning. Number 23, in various dates during the financial year 2024-2025, the governor engaged in violation of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and sections 102, 109, and 110 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 by overseeing misappropriation of various projects under the Strategic Intervention Program, that is a SIP fund. Number 24, for instance, the project of upgrading of Kunyak Dispensary to Health Center, which is a retender project for the construction and renovation of various facilities within the health center by Mrs. Belitra Enterprise Limited for Kenya shillings 44,756,846.
Hold on, number one. The company is MS, not Mrs.
Oh, MS. I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. Yeah. I'm not a contractor. MS Belitra Enterprise Limited for Kenya shillings 44,756,846. A total of Kenya shillings 8,576,186 has been paid for no works done. Mr. Speaker, when the committee visited the site, there was not a single thing that had happened, but 8.5 million had been paid out. So in a nutshell, this county pays you before even you start the work. Indeed, when the County Assembly's Committee on Implementation visited the site, they found that the contractor had only supplied materials. Contrary to the Finance Department's report to the Assembly, that kitchen and staff house was at the walling stage, while the MCH is at the slab level, which was true, Mr. Speaker. Nothing was there, but the contractor claimed to have done that. Roman number 6, other violations of Constitution and the law. Number 25, the present and former Chief Executive Committee members and the Chief Officers have variously reported coercion by the governor to make financial allocation for the governor's own use from funds allocated to their respective departments, and which funds they were required to remit through the governor's personal assistance. Number 26, Mr. Speaker, violation of Article 201A, D, 2E of the Constitution 2010 on principles of public finance management and Article 226 as read with Article 227 of the Constitution by presiding over glaring irregularities evidenced by number A, irregular award of contracts and evasion of accountability. Number B, willfully interfering in procurement processes and award of tenders. Number C, skewed tender awards to various contractors at inflated rate and in collusion with fraudulent contractors and suppliers. Number D, irregular implementation and unfair distribution of various programs in the county. And number E, intentionally and negligently presiding over massive theft of county public funds, as evidenced by the Auditor General's report for the preceding financial years, which have raised red flags over various projects. Number 27, Mr. Speaker, on August 15th, 2023, the governor compensated victims of Londani accident from the county emergency fund to cover up for the funds raised by the public and misappropriated by a committee he had formed to steer the fund drive, and without a cogent explanation of how the funds publicly raised for the victims had been expended. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the aforementioned acts of misappropriation, misallocation, and illegal drawing of county revenue and county finances is to be found in Roman number 1, report of the ad hoc committee on the alleged fictitious payments, that is exhibit number 1. Roman number 2, a bundle of sample vouchers, payment requisitions, delivery notes, LSOs, etc. on the payments made. Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 2. Roman number 3, joint committee report of the County Assembly on the implementation status of National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project NAFCDP in Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 3. Roman number 4, World Bank Project Implementation Manual for NAFCDP, Kericho County exhibit number 4. Number 5, joint committee report on the implementation status of FLOCA programs, Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 5. Roman number 6, report on the ad hoc committee on Kazi Mtaani project, Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 6. Roman number 7, committee on implementation report on the motion of strategic intervention project, Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 7. Roman number 8, a bundle of vouchers for the payment of various projects under the strategic intervention projects, Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 8. Roman number 9, affidavits of Mr. Erick, Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 9. This is a former CEC who has a lot of transactions to the governor. And number 10, video clips marked KAV 01 and KAV 02. This, Mr. Speaker, is one where the governor was addressing the public in Kamolok village just recently. And another one is where he talked about I nowadays have money. I used not to have money, because we have to revisit that, Mr. Speaker. Roman number 2, misappropriating and or abetting misappropriation of the funds publicly raised for the victims of Londani accident. Number 1, on various dates between 4th July 2023 and 9th July 2023, the governor grossly violated the provisions of Article 10, 75, 73 and 75 of the Constitution and Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number A, overseeing misappropriation of funds for the victims of horrendous Londani Junction accident tragedy, in which over Kenya shillings 9 million of the public funds were lost. Number B, reneging on his undertaking to implement the report of the County Assembly's ad hoc committee formed to probe the misappropriation of funds meant for the victims of the accident. There is evidence that the governor filed a suit and or supported a suit by those implicated in the report of the County Assembly's ad hoc committee in Kericho ELRC petition number E006 of 2023. That is Dr. Wesley Kabor and 5 others versus the governor, the county government of Kericho County government and others, and Kericho ELRC petition number E014 2023, that is Victor Tum and others versus the governor, Kericho County government and others. Number C, being personally and directly complicit in the flawed award of direct tenders for service providers during the fundraiser and requiem mass of the victims of the accident. Number D, the county governor has in his regard committed numerous and various acts in the course of his duties that are contrary to and in violation of Constitution and laws of Kenya. These include Roman number 1, the authenticity of various payments made cannot be confirmed. The fact that the exact amount of money expended from the sum collected during the fundraiser points to impropriety and suggests a clear fraud on those whom the funds ought to have benefited. Roman number 2, a total of Kenya shillings 13,682,660 was collected at the fundraiser. A sum of Kenya shillings 423,000, that is in figures Kenya shillings 423,000, was purportedly expended as pastors' facilitation, transport refund, field preparation, lunches and refreshments, printing, publishing and radio announcements. Other payments that were approved from the fund were the Kericho County Referral Hospital. They were allocated 2,037,524. Londani Hospital, Kenya shillings 1,534,190. Supertrix Limited, Kenya shillings 2,945,000. Supershine Limited, Kenya shillings 411,000. Raise Hotel, Kenya shillings 100,000. County Commissioners Fuel, Kenya shillings 300,000. Number 3. That when Kenyans from all walks of life voluntarily made contributions to aid the victims of the tragedy, it was never intended or anticipated that the funds would be misappropriated with the blessings of the governor, whom had a higher calling to ensure the money is accounted for to the last coin, and on whom the people bestowed their trust. Roman number 4. The governor issued contradictory statement insofar as the use of the fund is concerned. The contradictory statements point to his being complicit in the manner. Roman number 5. While the governor is on record indicating that the medical bills for all the victims would be waived and taken care of by the county government, it is not clear why money had to be paid out of the fund collected to various public hospitals against the express and unequivocal representations of the governor. Number E. By his act of omission and commission, the governor has grossly violated the provisions of Article 75 of the Constitution, which demands that a state officer shall, whether in private or in public, behave in a manner that avoids conflicts of interest between personal interests and public or official interest, or compromises public interest in favor of personal interest. Number F, by overseeing misappropriation of the funds aimed at assisting the victims of the accident, the governor violated Article 73(2), which demands from him selfless service based solely on public interest, demonstrated by honesty in execution of his duties, accountability to the public for decisions and actions, and discipline and commitment in service. Number G, by allowing himself to be a master of doublespeak in such grave matter that shook the conscience of the nation, the governor violated Article 73 1A 2(3) of the Constitution, which demands that he at all times demonstrates respect to the people and brings honor and dignity to the office he holds. Number H, by allowing himself and senior officials close to him to benefit from the funds, the governor violated Article 76(2)(b) of the Constitution, which prohibits state officer from accepting a benefit in circumstances that compromise the integrity of the state officer. Number I, by failing to ensure the decision making in the executive office of the county governor are not influenced by corruption, nepotism, and other callous and improper motives, the governor has failed to exercise objectivity and impartiality, thus violating Article 73(2)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the acts of misappropriation and or abetting misappropriation of publicly raised funds is to be found in Roman number 1, the report on the investigation of Londani accident victims, held on 4th July 2024, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 10. Roman number 2, affidavit filed by the governor in Kericho ELRC petition number E014 of 2023, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 11. And Roman number 3, video clips number KCAV 3 and KCAV 4 and KCAV 5. Mr. Speaker, this is where the governor, when the report, when you formed the other committee, the governor said, I'm waiting for the findings, Mangetu Chita. When the report was tabled, the governor called a press conference and said his hands were tied. He cannot act on the report. And I think number 5, Mr. Speaker, we will soon find out the clip, because it puts the governor in the crime scene. Roman number B, abuse of office. Number 1, illegal appointments, unlawful dismissals and transfers, and usurpation of the constitutional and statutory functions of the county public service. Number 1, the governor has variously engaged in number 1, gross misconduct. Roman number 2, gross violation of Article 10, 73, 75, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution. Roman number 3, gross violation of Section 17 of the Public Officer Ethics Act, Section 55, Section 59, Section 59A, Section 60, Section 62, Section 63, Section 64, and Section 65 of the County Governments Act, Section 4 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, and variously abused his office by skewed, uncompetitive, nepotic appointments of county employees on various cadres. For instance, the governor recently hired his own brother, one Victor Mutahi, as a revenue clerk. It is on record. Similarly, the governor's personal assistant's wife, one Chepkirui Masi, who was recently hired as a nurse on contract basis, was confirmed, yet there are a number of nursing staff who have been serving on contract for long without confirmation. And Mr. Speaker, this nurse graduated in 2023, and we have nurses who graduated in 2015. They were never considered, yet they applied for the position. This is an irregularity, Mr. Speaker. Number B, illegally appointing one Mrs. Alice Bett, now judge of the High Court, as the county attorney when there was a substantive office holder, an act which the Employment and Labor Relations Court, Honorable Lady Justice Wasilwa, affirmed was irregular and procedural and lawful in Sang versus Governor, Kericho County, and two others, petition E001 of 2023. In that case, the governor was found by the court to be in gross violation of Article 73 and 232 of the Constitution. His actions found to be illegal and unconstitutional and ordered to pay costs of Kenya shillings 2 million and costs personally. The governor was therefore has therefore been already adjudged to be in gross violation of the law, and all the Assembly and Senate. Mr. Speaker, this is even one count that can make the governor not to hold office again. Number C, causing the advertisement of the position of doctors, nurses, early childhood ECD education ECD teachers, just to endear himself politically when he knew the county government did not have capacity to hire. The applicants were subsequently not shortlisted, nor the alleged vacancies filled up. It is only the other day where nurses and all the other cadres were filled, but for the ECD teachers to date, they have never been filled. Number D, illegally deploying health staff via notice dated 22nd July 2024 without any justification, authority, and involvement of the County Public Service Board, thus creating a crisis in health sector. Number E, since his assumption in office, the governor has dismissed a total of 10 county executive committee members, that is the CECs, 6 chief officers, 2 chiefs of staff, and among other senior county staff without any cause or reason, thus exposing the county to protracted litigation and the risk of huge compensation in damages. The governor has perpetuated his firing spree not for any reason, but as a show of might, power, and authority. And that is where the abuse lies. Mr. Speaker, the last 6 CECs were fired via a Facebook post one evening before the Christmas. Very unfortunate, very unethical. Mr. Speaker, evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the foregoing acts of illegal appointments, unlawful dismissals and transfers, and usurpation of constitutional and statutory functions of the county organs is to be found in Roman number 1. Judgment of the Employment and Labor Relations Court in Kericho in the case of Collins Sang versus Governor Kericho County and 2 others. Petition E001 of 2023, and it was confirmed in 2024. That is KEELRC Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 12. Roman number 2, a bundle of notices from the governors dismissing the CECs, COs, and other staff. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 13. Roman number 3, copies of bundle of sample court documents filed in various cases. Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 14. Roman number 2, subversion, discrediting, and impeding of the oversight role of the County Assembly. Number 1, on September 13, 2024, the governor engaged in 1, gross misconduct, Number 2, gross violated the provisions of Article 10, that is, and grossly violated the provisions of Article 10, Article 73, Article 75, Article 174, and Article 185(3) of the Constitution, and abused his office by writing to the Speaker, purporting to direct the Speaker on, inter alia, the timelines the Speaker should give the chief officers who are summoned by the Assembly for questioning in exercise of the Assembly's oversight mandate. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, complicity in the foregoing acts of subversion, discrediting, and impeding of the oversight role of the County Assembly is to be found in, number 1, a letter by the governor dated 20th August 2024 addressed to the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 15, and 2, a letter from the Speaker to the governor dated 3rd September 2024, Kericho County Assembly Exhibit number 16. Number C, charge number C, gross misconduct. Number 1, bullying, incitement, vilification of people and county staff. Number 1, on various occasions, the governor has repeatedly engaged in Roman number 1, gross misconduct, and Roman number 2, gross violation of the provisions of Article 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution, and sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act by, number A, the governor has been operating with impunity as though he is above the law. On the second day of being sworn in office, the governor led a mob to invade a private land owned by one Mr. USA Kenyans within Kericho town and tore down the fence. The governor has since designated the land as an illegal dump site operated by the county government without the consent of the registered proprietor, National Environmental Management Authority, that is NEMA, approval, gazettement by the county designating the parcel as a dump site, and in total disregard of a court order issued by the Environment and Land Court in Kericho in ELC petition number E001 of 2022. That is Josiah Kiblangat-Kogo versus the county government of Kericho. The governor has also obstructed the enforcement of the orders by the police administration. The actions are illegal, contemptuous to the authority and dignity of the court and the rule of law, unethical and demeaning the office of the governor, the governor holds. Further, as a result of the illegal actions of the governor, the county was condemned to pay costs. Number B, none of the dismissed CECs, CEOs, chiefs of staff, and other senior county staff were given fair administrative action, that is due process and hearing, thus violating the provisions of Article 41, fair labor practices, Article 47, fair administrative action, and Article 51, fair hearing of the Constitution. Number C, the governor has persistently intimidated, molested, and harassed county officers who do not sing to his tune, leaving officers jittery and creating an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and despondency in the county, and thus creating a toxic work environment. This violates the provision of sections 11 and 13 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. And number D, the governor has persistently used divisive and unbecoming language, which undermines the office he holds, contrary to Section 8 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number E, the acts of the governor enumerated above have collectively brought dishonor and disrepute into the office of the governor in violation of the Clause 6 of the Constitution and Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the preceding acts of incitement, vilification, and indecent sexual conduct found in affidavit of Joseph Kiplangat Kogo, sworn in on Joseph Kiplangat Kogo, sworn in on 23rd September, sworn on 23rd September 2023 in support of notice of that one. And then we have judgment of the ELC petition number E001 of 2022, Joseph Kiplangat Kogo versus the county government of Kericho. Kericho County Assembly exhibit number 18. Video clips numbered KCAV 6, KCAV 7, KCAV 8. Of course, these are the ones where the governor is talking. Mr. Speaker, we will have, there is a typo because we don't have the other part of this. Mr. Speaker, up to that, I want to believe I'm done. Mr. Speaker, I long to the time we'll move this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much, the Honorable Procedural. Honorable members, before we proceed to the other order of business, I thought it wise that using standing order number 1, there is a submission to this County Assembly of Kericho. That is a request for consideration of an impeachment motion against His Excellency Dr. Erick Mutahi, of which I will share with the motion mover. But if you may permit me, because of the interest of the public, I will just read it. The letter is addressed to the Speaker, County Assembly of Kericho, PO Box 1122, 2200 Kericho, Kenya, and CC to the Clerk, County Assembly of Kericho, PO Box 112, 2200 Kericho, Kenya. It was received by our offices, Office of the Clerk, today at 6 August 2025. Also, Office of the Speaker, the same dates. 1, and I'll read, a defining moment for Kericho County. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the County Assembly, history is calling, and it is calling you. I hope you are listening. This letter is addressed to the honorable members, it's only through the Speaker and the Clerk. I repeat, number 1, a defining moment for Kericho County. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the County Assembly, history is calling, and it is calling you. This is not about politics, it's not about tribes or factions, it is about the soul of Kericho County. It is about whether we allow impunity to flourish under the cover of popularity, and whether we rise courageously and constitutionally to defend the principles enshrined in our supreme law. You swore an oath not to individuals, not to political expediency, but to uphold and defend the Constitution and the law without fear or favor. That oath is being tested today. Number 2, why we are here again. You will recall that this Assembly, acting in accordance with Article 185 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Government Act, once impeached His Excellency Dr. Erick Mutahi on grave allegations of A, gross violation of the Constitution, B, abuse of office and unethical conduct, C, mismanagement and misuse of county resources. The matter went before the Senate. Let us be clear, the Senate did not acquit him on merit. The case was never dismissed as baseless. The process collapsed only because of the 2/3 majority threshold that was not met. The allegations therefore remain a constitutional wound unhealed and now reopened by fresh evidence of fraudulent and fictitious payments confirmed in the ad hoc committee report that this House adopted on 5th August 2025. This is not a deja vu, this is an escalation. Number 3, the new evidence, a constitutional alarm bell. The ad hoc committee report reads like an audit of shame. A, fraudulent and fictitious payment running into millions of shillings. B, irregular procurement processes, use of public funds without lawful authority. This is not rumor, this is not hearsay, this is documented, tabled, adopted by you, the representatives of the people. Reading this is not communication from the chair, it is just that we have received, and normally it didn't come as petition. If it was a petition, we should have committed it before petition. So allow me to finish. And we must say it bluntly, these violations are not accidental, they are not administrative errors, they are a pattern, a system enabled, permitted and perpetuated by the governor. 4, responsibility. The buck stops with the governor. We anticipate the governor's likely defense. It was not me, it was my officers. Honorable members, we have heard this song before. It played during the first impeachment. It will play again, but the law and common sense rejects it. Section 33F of the County Government Act states in black and white, the governor shall be accountable for the management and use of county resources, not the chief officer, not the accountant, the governor. This responsibility is personal, non-transferable, and constitutional. To excuse the governor on grounds that it was the officers will make impeachment an illusion a dead letter. As the Supreme Court held in Mutembei versus Trusted Society, integrity is about fitness to hold office, not criminal conviction. A governor who presides over financial growth is constitutionally unfit, whether or not he signed the voucher himself. 5. A lesson from the nature, the scorpion and the frog. Permit me a fable. A scorpion begged a frog to ferry it across the river. The frog hesitated, "You will sting me." The scorpion promised peace. Midway across, the sting came, and they both sank. The frog asked, "Why?" The scorpion replied, "Because it is in my nature." Honorable members, when this governor first faced impeachment, he promised change. He even claimed that his children were still young. He vowed to reform. He sought mercy. The Senate spared him, not because he was innocent, but because the numbers were not enough. Yet here we are again, the same sting, the same poison. Fraudulent payments, fictitious vouchers, a governance culture steeped in opacity. Do we need more proof? Character does not change under comfort. It only depends. 6. Constitutional imperative. Why the law gives you power? While the law gives you this power. Article 181 of the Constitution leads grounds for removal of a governor. A. Gross violation of the Constitution or any other law, abuse of office, gross misconduct, gross financial impropriety. All 4 apply here. And why does the Constitution entrust you with this power? Because democracy is not mob rule. Popular mandate is not a license to loot. The framers of the Constitution foresaw the Barabbas problem, that sometimes the crowd cheers for the wrong man. That is why you, the county assembly, are the constitutional speed bump against the tyranny of popularity. 7. The standards. This is political accountability, not a criminal trial. This is not about beyond reasonable doubt. It is not a murder trial. This is political accountability, a sui generis process, as the Supreme Court affirmed in the Wambora case. The standard here is higher than mere suspicion, but lower than criminal proof. It is the standard of reasoned political judgment. And what is before you? A pattern of violations, fresh evidence of fraudulent payments, a governor who has demonstrated incapacity or unwillingness to govern within the law. Number 8, if you excuse this, if you turn away, you declare open season for theft in Kericho, you send a chilling message, loot with abandon. When caught, blame your genius. When someone hide behind technicalities, the assembly will do nothing. But if you act, you send a different message. Kericho County is not Kusaidikika. Here the Constitution breathes. Here integrity trumps impunity. Number 9, closing appeal. This is not a fiction. As Dr. Mutembei Nkolu told the Supreme Court, even if you were to look at this case with the most generous set of eyes, even if you were as benevolent as Father Christmas, the verdict is the same. This is not much ado about nothing. It is much ado about something grave. This assembly is not a theater of tragicomedy. It is a temple of constitutionalism. Kericho is bleeding. The hammerfage must stop. You hold the scalpel. Use it. What next? That's number 10. The people of the great county of Kericho are waiting to see a proposed motion like this, and I'm reading, don't quote that, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act and standing orders of this Assembly, this House resolves to initiate the process of removing from office His Excellency Dr. Erick Mutahi, Governor of Kericho County, on the grounds of gross violation of the Constitution, abuse of office, and gross financial impropriety, as established by the ad hoc committee report adopted by this House. Number 11, declaration. I hereby declare that this letter is made in good faith, free of malice, and in the public interest to uphold constitutional values, ensure integrity in county leadership. Signed by Nicholas Kipkemo Chumba, ID number, ward, phone, dated 6th August. These were, honorable members, after consultation with the clerk, since we could not commit it under petitions, I will just hand over to the motion mover so that you can perhaps, if the motion, when the time of debate and adoption, you can consider, the House can consider the issues that have been raised. But as you all know, honorable members, that now that we have a motion, a notice of motion to remove the governor, we are guided by our standing orders. That is, I'll defer you to standing order number 70, and from there onwards we shall be communicating on the other issues as envisaged by the standing order, more so on matters of public participation, and even giving the governor who is accused the right to be heard. So please be guided accordingly. Our offices, that is the office of the Speaker and the clerk, shall be communicating in due course on the next course of action, as well as the date when the governor shall appear here and a vote shall be taken to determine the impeachment process. So, honorable members, that is what I have to say in regards to this notice of motion. And now we can proceed to the other order of business. Clerk, next order.
Motion by the Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
That is the notices of motion. Not that is, we are continuing with notices of motion. Clerk.
Notice of motion by Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Yes, the Chairman, Agriculture and Fisheries. This is the joint, I want to believe this is the joint committee by both two committees, that is Agriculture as well as cooperatives. Yes, give notice of your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I would like to give the notice of motion raised by Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAVCPD, in Kericho County.
All right, thank you. Next.
Notice of motion by Chairman of Implementation Committee.
The Honorable Dr. Moses.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to give a notice of motion that this House adopt the report on the motion by Honorable Philip Rono on the implementation status of strategic intervention projects in the county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you so much. The next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
All right, the Honorable Chairman, Agriculture. Our next order, sorry.
Order number 8, motion by the Chairman of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
The Honorable Chairman, Julius Shield. And I will direct that you start from observation and recommendations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the guidance you have given to me.
Order, Honorable, this is not, sorry, this is not the strategic intervention one. So for this is NAV CDP.
Thank you.
I want you to start from page number 9. Number 9. Page number 9. Yes, the Honorable Deputy Speaker.